Okay, I hope everything is fine. Hi all, good morning. And today's topic is we are going to learn media queries. At the same time, we are going to enter into the HTML5. Okay, and we should understand the importance of HTML5. And whenever you are designing any small web page, we should take care of that like as possible. We should utilize the features of HTML5. Okay, first of all, let's finish the media query part, then we can enter into that. So I'm here, I'm just putting mq.html, and if you do like this, you will get the basic structure of the HTML5 page. So if you observe, okay, first we can finish media queries, right? So I'm getting ready with a script tag here. Okay, and in the body, so I'm just putting a div, or I'm writing some text. This is media, like that, just for example. And let's open it. So it is displaying, it is a media query, simple information. So now what I'm doing, I'm giving a background color for this body. Okay, even you can apply background color for this body. So I'm giving, okay, why it is not showing intelligence. Okay, gr background hyphen or color, or I did anything wrong. Just a minute. What's happened for this? Sorry. I just I need to add a style, right? I just added a script by mistake. So here you can add body, and you can add a background color. Go with suppose chocolate color by default. Okay, it's just applying the background color for all the web page, the body of the web page. Suppose if I open the same thing with a smaller device, suppose the device width is up to 600, okay, from 0 to up to 600 or 768 pixel. I want to apply some different color, and up to 600 to 900 kind of thing, I want to apply some different color. Okay, so that means different color means you want to add a different styles for different devices. Okay, that is the purpose. So for understanding purpose, I am applying the style for the body tag based on some device width, based on some sorry, I'm facing some cold, sorry for the disturbance. So here we need to control it. Okay, for that we need to learn media queries. Okay, this is the very important thing. So just go to the W3 schools and tutorial, even just go to the learn CSS. you will find media queries section. Okay, media queries. So here you can easily find the syntax because this is somewhat the different syntax. So here is explaining what it is. Okay, you should add at the rate media and whether it is for screen or something, like media type only or not. Okay, some kind of conditions also you can apply. Okay, we can understand that clearly with some example. So here, if you observe here, I'm just copying this and we can understand the meaning of that. The here, so if you see, we are applying background color only for the body, but we are checking the some condition. So here, if you see, this is the same what we are doing here, but here what we are doing, media screen and minimum width of the device. If the device width is minimum 480, we are applying light green. So instead of this, I will go with the max. This is very interesting. So if you see, if the screen size is up to 480 pixel, we can go for a light green. Okay, we can go for light green. For understanding purpose here, I'm just changing to like okay, 500 pixels. Okay, 500 pixel. Okay, if your screen size means like almost whatever you are seeing on the web page. Okay, actually, there are a lot of things: a screen, a window, and viewport. Okay, lots of things are there. There is slight difference between all those things. We can discuss those things later. So right now, okay, whatever you are able to see on a web page, the width and height, we can consider it as a screen, and max width 500. Suppose if the width up to 500, I want to go for a light green. Otherwise, it's a chocolate. Okay, let's see whether it is working or not properly. The refresh. Okay, if you see the width of the device is 1280, so it is a chocolate color. Suppose if you go to a small devices, so if you see, because this is a less than 500, right? The width of that device is less than 500, so it is applying the different style. So even you can apply, you can put any kind of uh, divisions like from 0 to 300 or 300 to 600 or 600 to 900, 900 to that you can control based on your understanding, your requirement. So now if you see, I'm going to add one more media query. One more media query the same way. Here what I'm doing, maximum width I'm giving 800 pixel. If it is 800 pixel, I'm giving light blue. Where is light blue? Okay, light blue. So here one thing is light green, another one is a chocolate color, another one is a light blue. So if up to 500 pixels width, max width means the maximum 500 pixel, I will go with the light green. And after that, because already have a condition, right, 500. So if you written like this, it will apply this color from 501 to 800 pixel. Okay, so save it and refresh. Okay, now if you see, this is not, this is right now 393, right? We are expecting a blue color. I think maybe order also matters if I'm not wrong. So if we add it like this, up to 500 pixel, it's green. Yeah, because let's see. Maybe order is also matters if I'm not wrong. Yeah, if you see up to 500 pixel green, if we keep on increasing this to, so now this is 768. 768 is a blue color. That means up to 800 pixel, it will pick the light blue color. And if you increase the width of the device, so now it is chocolate color. So here order is very important because it will going like this. If this is the body, like if you don't have any condition, it will apply chocolate color, and up to maximum 800 pixels, it will apply blue color, and max width 500. And there is always a slight confusion between if you apply with the minimum width, what will happen, and if you apply with the maximum width, what will happen. But many people will prefer to deal with the max width. That's why I'm giving the example with the max width. But you can try whenever you are doing practice. Sorry, it's irritating me. Yeah, whenever you're trying now, just go and practice with the minimum width also. So this is applicable for anything like divs or headings. You can control the whole CSS based on the devices. So here we are divided our logic into three steps, right? One is at 500 pixel, one is at 500 pixel, and another is at we are dealing at 800 pixel, and remaining. Okay, so these are breakpoints. You can say that. Okay, in suppose if you get a chance to work in the real-time projects, this is a very important thing. Anyway, we are going to learn Bootstrap and Tailwind CSS. There we will get a better control on CSS. So now I'm just saying, suppose if you were dividing, you are breaking with like 380, okay, 380 or 768 or something. So normally people prefer some these kind of styles based on the devices width of the devices. So now what are the breakpoints for your CSS? So like it's like 380 and 768. So these are the breakpoints. So you can give either two breakpoints or four breakpoints according to your need. Okay, this is very simple. I hope you guys understood. Just give a confirmation that you understand what is the media query and how what is the use of it. Just give me the confirmation quickly.
Yes, Anna.
Okay, everyone. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So now,
Yes.
yeah, just go to this documentation. You will find lots of information. Especially, they have designed some example on navigation bars. Okay, so we'll get lots of examples in this section. Media query examples. So this is the one that, okay, you see the large screens, yes, given some different background color based on some conditions, has changed to blue and olive. Interesting. So here if you see in the large screens, it should be a horizontal navigation bar, but in the small screens we should convert to the like vertical navigation bar. Okay, so if you just try these things, you will understand. Okay, and even if you see if you have a four columns layout, and in the medium screens you can adjust to the two columns, and in a small screen you can adjust to the one column. Okay, we have done with the flex box, right? In the flex box also, if you have a if it is adjusting on a four items on a main screen, if we give a flex wrap wrap. That means if in the small screen it does, if it is it has a small space, right? So automatically it will move to the next line. Okay, so that you will understand. Here it's something different. So in the large screen is divided into the four parts, and the medium screen it's just divided into two parts only. Small screen is divided into one part, that main layout or something. So just practice these things. There's nothing more than this. So just is putting some conditions and is applying normal CSS, okay, based on your. So even if you see, you can change the font size according to your screen size, something. Okay, responsive image grid. Okay, fine. Because of course, if you want, we can discuss lots of things, but we have we need to learn lots of things. So I will just give a information up to some extent. After that, you can learn easily. So here in this, suppose I will give a small example, then we can close this thing. So here, this is media query. So suppose paragraph is there. Okay, we can apply the same style for the paragraph. That welcome to, okay, media queries. Okay, this is a small text. So what we need to do here, I'm just putting some ID equal to, okay, my paragraph or something. So here, based on the screen size, you should apply the font size. So here, already applied for the body. So in the small screens, you can apply the font size is um, smaller or medium. Okay, even you can change font style. Okay, font style, italic. Okay, and font family. So you can select something different. So same thing. So if you are in different kind of devices, you can apply different styles. So here, medium without like you can go with large. Okay, we no need to go with italic. Let's see what are the other options are there. Something, this one I don't know what it is. And font family, you can change anything. Okay, we can go with Vardhana. This is interesting thing. So copy and outside also. So if it is normal situation, in the large screen, we can go for, okay, double X large font size, font style. I'm not adding any font style here. Okay, font family. Also don't add it. Okay, let's see. We can just take normal thing. Save it. So just refresh our content. Okay. Right now this is large one, right? Okay, let's see. So if you see, it is it is taking the font size as a double X large. But when you inspect, automatically like it will show in a different way. So if you see, and if you change the width up to the 500 pixel or something, iPhone SE is very small. So if you see, the font style has changed. Okay, font style has changed. And even if you go to some iPad mini, so again the font style has changed and font things also change. Or even if you want a clarity, always try play with the color. Okay, color of the text is blue, and here color um, red. Okay, and in this situation, color, okay, completely green kind of thing. So let's refresh. So in some s- situation it's red, and if you go to the small screen, the color is by default color or green. Green, I think it looks like green. So the large screen, that is blue. So this is another example, simple. That means you can apply these styles on anything. So either div or paragraph or any HTML element, even table. So on any style you can apply. So this is enough for the media query. So only thing is you should practice different things. Okay, whenever you are designing, you should remember one thing. We should give a high priority for the mobile devices. Okay, you should think in that mobile first approach. That means we are giving first design for a mobile, and then automatically it can be easily adjusted in the large screens. So some people, what they will do now, first they will design everything for the large screen, and after that they will try to add some styles adjust in the small screen. It will be difficult. So first what we need to do, mobile first approach. So first design according to the mobile device. After that, add media queries or some other stuff to adjust in the large screen. That's why if you see, this is like so here media queries you're writing, right, max width 380 pixel. So just add your styles and then check whether it is working or not properly, and then go back and design for other things. Okay, lots of other techniques also there. Slowly we can learn. Okay, now we can enter into the HTML5. So again here I'm just going to create another file like what we can give a name. So I can give a like a home.html. Okay, so if you see the HTML history, let's see HTML version history. So even I didn't check how many versions has they released after HTML5. Mm, yeah, I think HTML5 after that we didn't get any major version, hopefully, if I'm not wrong. So in the history of HTML, in the history of as we are growing year by year in the technology wise and all the things, okay, they are keep on adding lots of things. So if you see, normally I'm not sure how many of you have that experience that mm, previously I think 10 years or 15 years back, if you want to watch cricket, if you don't get a chance to watch the cricket in the TV, we should like the next option is with the mobile app or with the help of computer in the web. There are some crick info. I'm not sure. They were providing some live streams. At the time, it's it's very poor. Of course, one thing is at the time we don't have a 4G, 5G kind of things, and network bandwidth. Lots of reasons are there. In those reasons, one of the other reason is our web also not that much powerful. So if you if you want to add any audio file, if you want to add any media player, always we need to add other plugins. Suppose if you see, if you want to add media files, like if you want to play a music on a web page, if you want to add like YouTube video on a web page, that is possible. But previously, I think before HTML5, if you want to do it, you need to install some external plugins. So it is a huge burden on the browser and it will be a performance issue. And lots of things are there. This is not only the reason to bring the HTML5, but in the HTML5, they provided lots of features so that we can create powerful web pages, okay, and very responsive web pages. So let's dive into HTML5. Okay, just tell me, are you ready to learn HTML5? So far, whatever you have learned, almost, of course, the same thing will applicable for everywhere. But so far, we focused on the basic thing. Now we are entering into the advanced things in HTML, that is HTML5 semantics. Okay, just ping me yes and show your interest. Are you ready? So, hopefully, everyone is ready. Now, go to the HTML tab. You will find the section called HTML5 semantics. HTML semantics. Okay, so actually, there are lots of semantics. One is header, nav, a section, aside, article, and footer. So if you see, suppose if I want to design the layout of the page, if I want to design the layout of the page, normally we are dealing with the divs, right? Suppose this is the main div. Okay, suppose if I take an example, the paint. If this is the whole web page, we will consider this as the heading, okay, or header. This is the footer, and you will make it. This is the navigation bar, and this is the main content what you are adding. Okay, and inside that also, if you want to add some articles, some tables, kind of thing, you're designing. So if you want to design this thing, okay, how before HTML5, what we are doing, we are that at the time also possible everything. So what we are doing here, I'm just adding one div. Okay, this is for heading, and in between, I'm just adding another div. This is for the main content, the second row, and this div is for the footer. Okay, this div is for footer. If you see the same thing I added. So this is the one section, and this is the second one. So to design the navigation bar and this thing, I need to add one another div, and the footer is another div. Okay, fine. So here inside of this second one, we have two things. One is side navigation bar, and another one is the main content. Okay, the main content. So even if you apply some styles, you can see them properly. Let's see. I will try to add some styles. At least it will be good. This is head. Okay, this is navigation bar. This is main content, and this is okay footer. So just if you open that one, the home.html file. Okay, of course we didn't add any styles, so it is considering this is the head, this is the footer or something. But if you see, whenever you open this web page, okay, if you want to apply some styles, what you are doing, what we are doing, just go to just use a style tab, okay, and you need to specify. Suppose this is the header section, so either you need to go with the ID, or you know you need to go with the class. So class that HEARDER you need to mention, and here copy that one, and here it will be a footer, because if you want to recognize that, okay, I want to apply some different style for the footer, you can do like this. And here this is the navigation bar, so that you can put nav. This is nav, and if you want to apply some different color here, this is the main. So we are just specifying the meaningful class names or meaningful IDs to recognize that, right? To recognize that. So here what you can do, you're dealing with the class, that's why just put dot HEADER header, and you can apply some styles. So you can give some background color, Okay, light blue. So mainly this div is there, right? For this div, I'm adding display as a flex. Let's see. If you just do display flex, so at least it will allow them, okay, in some different way. Okay. So if you give some height and width of that, okay, height, suppose 200 pixel, okay, width 100%. Okay, don't worry. This is just for understanding purpose. No. So if you see the head is there, if you just because you applied the display flex, that's why it is allowing everyone to add some content here. So I think here it's no need to apply display as a flex in this situation. So you will get the proper width. So heading is there. So this is the head, and the same way, if you want to apply some style for the footer, what you need to do the same way, you can go for it. Dot the footer, because you're giving a meaningful name for that. Okay, here this is also same. So now refresh your page. So if you see, you got the footer, and you should just do a proper alignment, that header should be on top and footer should be on at the bottom properly, and it should occupy something. So in this here, maybe here we can give another class for the middle section. And normally I think this is the main. Okay, this is the main section. Here you can give some content kind of thing. Okay, so this is the main tag. So for the main also I want to apply some styles. So this is the class. So you can apply some different. So height 200 pixel, width 100%. Here I'm going to go with the light green. So we can do one thing. We can distribute the height based on the percentages. Okay. Suppose this is a 25%, and this for this height, okay, 50% makes in the total height it will occupy 50%. In the total height it will occupy another 25%. Okay, fine. Let's see. Of course, maybe if it doesn't fitting properly, if we give it in a percentage wise, okay, it is working like this. So it's a lot of headache with these things. Okay, not, right now my goal is not to design this thing in a proper layout. Okay, my goal is to understand why we need HTML5 semantics. Okay, for that, okay, for now I'm just putting instead of wasting time, I'm just putting 250 pixels size here. Otherwise we can do a flex grow uh, one kind of thing. Let me try quickly. 25%. The main tag style. Okay, display flex. Okay, display flex, and flex direction column. So then it doesn't break because all the elements should be in the column wise. This is fine. Okay, head navigation bar main also in the column wise. And now you can do like flex grow. Okay, flex grow is for children, right? So don't worry. Maybe you are getting some confusion. Flex grow as one. I'm just putting. Yeah, we can discuss these things in the next session, like how to design a proper layout with a flex box or without a flex box. The main content I'm giving flex grow as the three. Let's see, I'm not sure whether it is. No, still it's not taking. So don't worry about that. Now the purpose is, so if you see, whenever you're creating a header, whenever you're creating a footer, always you're trying to specify a class or ID to recognize that and to apply some styles. So instead of that, so in HTML5 we have a meaningful semantics. So if you see, whenever you feel that is the header, you no need to add a div, and after that you should give a, if you are trying to give a meaningful ID or a class or something. Of course, if you want, you can apply style. If whenever you are applying a styles, at the time you can go and extend and add a class and ID based on the situation. But for adding the simple thing, because every HTML document definitely it has a header, and most of the times it has a footer and navigation bar, majority of the times we are using. So instead of going with a normal div and after that trying to make a meaningful things, so if you see, even if you see right click on inspect element, so normally testing team or any other team will try to do these things. So in the body, so it's a div. Okay, it's a div. Okay, welcome to, okay, this is not right, this one. So in that body, so if you see, you are specifying a class as a header, and this is the main, and this is the footer. So suppose there is a chance, okay, some people will add classes like this. Okay, where is our style? This is triple X. Okay, this is a triple Y, and this is triple Z. Okay, there is a chance, right? So and they will add styles on based on that, like triple X and triple Y, and suppose it is triple Z. So if you apply, suppose there is no restriction, right? You can use it. Okay, you can use it. So if you refresh, if you just expand it, okay, then you will be in big confusion. Okay, what is triple X and what is triple Y, what is triple Z, and what is the purpose of this? So HTML5 has introduced these semantics to provide a meaningful information. Okay, you can design the web page with the help of a meaningful HTML elements. Okay, it's nothing more than that. It's simply a meaningful divs. So now what we can do now, I'm just removing everything here. I'm just building from the scratch. So whenever you are trying to design, so now the web page is there. You know that you need a header for your web page. You know that you need a footer for web page. So instead of adding a div and applying class as a header or something, please use, okay, semantics. So that is header. Okay, this is the header, and after that main tag. So this is also another semantic. After that, the footer. This is also another semantic. And if you want to add a navigation bar, again you have a nav semantic, because to provide the navigation bar. And suppose if you want to create article or kind of thing, we can come to that point again in few minutes. So now if you see, this is some meaningful thing. So if you just add here like Amazon heading, so navigation bar, you can add an order list and a list item like home page and about page kind of thing. Okay, and the footer, okay, you can add some the paragraph, and you can see some copyright details kind of thing, and some address details, whatever it is you want, apply some details. So just open this again in the browser. So if you see, if you just inspect right now, maybe it is displaying like this without CSS. So inspect element. So in the body, if you see, everyone can understand easily. Okay, this is the header. This is the main content. Instead of that, this is the navigation bar. Okay, okay, this is the footer. So it can easily recognize. Okay, not only just recognizing purpose, but the browser is providing lots of features. So if you want to use the HTML5 semantics, if you want to make your web page more powerful than the earlier versions, so you should specify this thing. So document type HTML, this it represents this is the HTML5 page, and we are using HTML5 features so that okay, browser understand this and browser will be ready and browser will provide all the features for you for us. And here these are very important. Okay, by default it is providing, it is a character set like UTF-8, we can discuss later. And here this is very important. I told you, right, this is because if you want to design a responsive designs, um, like for all the devices, we are using a media queries, right? Okay, and apart from that, the browser is also providing some few more support for us. So here if you mention the viewport and screen and window, lots of terminology is there we can discuss in a separate session. And that viewport means like how much area your user is able to see on the particular web page on the screen. So it's a confusing thing. I will discuss in detail in a coming sessions. So here you're giving width equal to device width. That means it will adjust lots of things in the mobile device properly. The initial scale 1.0 means it's a zoom level. So by default, the the zoom setting is 1.0. It's a normal. Okay, there is a definitely a separate minimum 40 minutes discussion about the head tag, what are the things we should add in the head tag and what is the purpose of that. Okay, we can discuss those things in a separate session. So today we just entered into the HTML5. So from today onwards, okay, whenever you are designing the web page, okay, if you feel this is the header, just don't go with a div, just give a meaningful semantic. And wherever you are adding the navigation bar, use this nav semantic. Wherever you are adding the footer, just go and add a footer. Okay, and lots of other things are there. The semantics. Okay, section, summary, mark, main, figure caption, detail, aside, article. Okay, these are also important things. So those things we can cover in tomorrow's session. So today we learned about the media queries and we just entered into the HTML5 world. So definitely in interviews they will ask this question, why you are adding this one and why you are adding this one. These two are very important entry questions, and they will ask, okay, what is the importance of HTML5 and what are the semantics do you aware, so that you whenever you are preparing, please just note down few important things in a notebook for the interview preparation also. So you don't need to start interview preparation when once you got the notification that tomorrow is the interview. Then if you start preparing one day before, there is no use. So whenever you are learning side by side, you should prepare your notes so that it's very easy at the time of interviews and all the things. Okay, hopefully this is enough for today, and tomorrow we are going to discuss all the remaining HTML5 semantics, and we are going to start creating the layout. So if you see, this is we tried, suppose, where is that, header and footer. Okay, fine. So we need to design properly how much height is we need to set for the header, how much height is for the footer, and we need to arrange all the things in a properly. And even though if you open that thing in a mobile, it should work properly. So once we complete this HTML5 semantics, then we should focus on designing the layouts of the web page. Then we should go to CSS frameworks. Okay, I think that's all for today. Okay, I will stop the recording. So yeah, please do practice and enjoy the day. Bye bye.